To begin to understand this eternal sequence of the upward spiral, which I just put out a video, I will take a diagram, which I had in this video series on the eternal sequence. It represents, you see the various levels of circle. You observe this circle. You see there are those who break free. You see them going upward to a greater circle, then to a greater circle. I pointed out in an arrow to you. And now you observe this. There are those in this inner circle that are stuck in this temporal sequence of events of created time, space, and material world. They had eternal purposes, but they get stuck off in this temporal sequence of an eternal event, which is more to follow. And who's to say there were those before that? Not that we get off into before this, or second guessing what's going to come after this new heaven and new earth. You to focus on your present situation and the sequence of events that's taking place right now. It's eternal purpose, and God will explain it to you. And you do full circle, like in your lifespan, be it 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, or like those in the Old Testament, lived to be hundreds of years. You do a full circle, a completion of your time in this world, and then you break free and you do to the next circle, which is an upward spiral. Now, if you don't do that, you notice the multitudes of those in this diagram that are going round and round and round. Instead of going upward, at the end of their life, they get this downward spiral that the Fathers addressed to us and explained it. Ending up in a place called Gehenna. It's beyond the rungs of hell. It's the eternal place where you're not annihilated. It's the cleansing or God removing this mind that you could have had of your spirit. As you turn away from the mind of your spirit, your natural carnal mind begins to die. There's nothing there to replace it. And you go on into an eternity with no increase, with the increase of God, and you begin to decrease. And that decrease goes on and on and on and on and on forever. You didn't want to know God, and He has to erase any knowledge that you ever had, whether you believed or didn't believe, of God. He wanted you to know who you are, who He is. And He has clearly revealed through Scriptures to disbelief of others that everyone could potentially discover that they're the offspring of God and come back, reconcile all these religious terms back to a primal base of how you were begotten in the Son. And John 17 saying that. The other views that bring this out about the oneness of God and God desiring to be one with mankind. He was, but we cut ourselves off. Bring us back, reconcile us back to the Father. And to increase with the increase of God. As He increases, we would decrease, and are discovering without limits of an eternity that goes on forever. Had no beginning of days, no end of days, was, is, never shall be. Like I say, we can't use the word history. We have a history in the eternal realm. Before this sequence of event of created time took place, whether there were any before this, whether there will be others after this, focus on now. For now is the day of salvation. You got to come understand this one sequence of event being expressed in a created material world, and you come to understand that so you can go on. Or if you don't, you decrease and you get what you want. You don't want God? It'll take an eternity for Him to remove what He had placed in your human spirit. All the wisdom and knowledge of God is hidden in Christ, and Christ is in you. You could have known and become known as you were known. All these videos I've been putting out, I'm shocked that no one wants to hear it. Very few. Well, you observe in this diagram. Look at that second outer circle. Few. Goes on, and more. But there seems to be many that are stuck in this first circle and end up going downward, the downward spiral. So I hope that all makes sense to you. Like I said, probably to the carnal mind it might make some sense, but it's only to the mind of Christ in your spirit that has to wake up and see this. It's my prayer that you will. So Father, awaken them to a spirit that's eternal. Understand the power of your resurrection would bring us to this upward spiral. We don't have to dig him up or pull him down. He's near you, in you, the guarantee to get you out of this world, but we allow ourselves to be cut off in our spirit and go in with a fallen carnal mind of some particular race, culture, creed, or gender. I keep saying that. It's those things that can distract you. They're only temporary. We're warned not to look upon the things are seen. The things are seen, they're only temporary. It's those things that are not seen that are eternal. And that comes up out of the eternal mind of your human spirit. If not, you're going with your fallen carnal mind with some self-willed religious idea or secular opinion or worship some occult world that scares you away from getting into it for fear that you might go beyond that which is written. Though it's written, if you can see it, allow God to show this to you. God bless.